Yeah, got it, yes, got it, yeah, got it. Got it, here's 10 years in the game, still grinding every day. Built it from the bottom, now I'm showing others the way. AMZ unleashed, no fluff, no games. Real business is real results, not just playing for fame. Fed up with the grind, tired of the 9 to 5. You know there's something more, you just wanna feel alive. FBA is the way that you gotta put in the work. No shortcuts, no excuses, no room to shirk. Come join the community, we're rising together. AMZ unleashed, built to last forever. Raising each other up, pushing through the doubt. This is what it looks like when you finally find you out. This is the year, everything changes for real. Something amazing, you can almost feel family taken care of. Life on your terms, 10 years of knowledge. Now it's your turn.
Everyone,
Just the work and the plan. FBA's the
how's it going? Hello. We've got a load of new people in tonight. People that don't know me. You know. How's it going, everyone? All good? Hear me okay?
How are you?
I'm good. I can't see who's talking, but yeah. How's it going?
Good.
Awesome. Good. So we've got 27 people in at the moment. People are coming thick and fast right now. It's good. So I didn't expect this event to be so popular, but yeah, we've actually got 170 people plus signed up, which is amazing. Unfortunately, we've only got room for 150. So some people may not turn up, right? But we shall see. But it's really good. Good to have you all on. Amazing. Charlie, how's it going? Yeah, let's get some say hi in the comments there in the chat. Just open up the chat. You can adjust your view, everyone, as well. So you can just click those 3 dots, just adjust the view. You just want to see, you want to see everybody. So yeah, so otherwise I will ask you to turn your mics off for now, unless unless I call you up and you come on and we can have a chat. Definitely on the Q&As later. We can do that. Charlie's in the house, amazing. Panda the friend. Hello there. How's it going, everybody? Right, it's so hot here. Where are you all from? Let's put where you're from in the comments there. Now we've got people from the UK, Germany. Hey, Camel. Bournemouth, nice. Bath. Hey, Steve. How's it going? Hey, Kevin. Northern Ireland. Nice. Germany. Hey, Mateo. Fantastic. Good. Germany. Michael. Italy. Lovely. So I'm in northwest Spain, by the way. I'm from the UK, but I'm in northwest Spain. So yeah, it's hot in the UK. It's hot in, I think, everywhere, right? In Europe at the moment. So fantastic. 41 people on right now. So we'll get going just in a couple of minutes. Birmingham. Nice. France. Lovely. Marine. Nice to have you. Fantastic. Where in the UK are you from? So I'm from Essex. Yeah, from Essex originally. Then moved to London, then Kent, and then Spain. So Daniel's in the house. Hello, Daniel. Welcome. Germany. Amazing. Love Germany too, especially at Christmas time. Beautiful. Get some, what's it? Bratwurst, and what's that drink you have in Germany at Christmas? Is it Gludenheim? I'm butchering that, but yeah, something like that, right? So good. It's like warm wine. Glühwein. There we go. Yeah, fantastic. Love it. Awesome. And who here is using ProfitPath already? Let's have some hands up, some thumbs up. Daniel's in Essex. Good man. Yeah, Steve's using ProfitPath. Stefan, Mattel. Okay. Good. Fantastic. Okay, so a few people using it already. Good. And a lot of people not using it, I see. Okay, amazing. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. So Angela, if you You can take that off. That's amazing. So Angela's here. She's in the chat. She's going to help you out with any questions. So get all your questions answered in the chat there. Also, we should have Luca coming on as well from ProfitPath. He should be in a bit if he's not already here. And so if you've got any technical questions, definitely get those in the chat. And if we can't get them answered right here on the call, then we'll definitely get those answered for you. So amazing. So most of the people on the call haven't used ProfitPath yet, right? Fantastic. Good. Good, good. Okay. So just introduce this. Okay. Good. So so if you don't know me, by the way, so I'm Ricky. Some of you know me as Ricky. Some of you know me as Ricky Martin FBA on the socials. Some of you don't know me. So yeah. So if you don't know me, I've been in the Amazon game for a while. One thing though, I'm not your guru, right? So don't expect me to be your guru or giving you guru speeches. I think a lot of the stuff that's on social media right now is BS. There's a lot of great people, but a lot of it is BS. You won't see me, driving a flashy car down the road. I drive a van, right? I'm a guy. I've just found this business and I've been doing it 10 years. If you see a supercar, run. Yeah, exactly. I will get a supercar one day, but not right now, right? I've got other interests. Like so many of you have probably got other interests, right? For me, it's about security, investing. I use this business in a way to extract money, to invest, right? I grow the business and extract money to invest that. That's me, but we're all different, right? I'm 45 right now. I have to think about that. And you may want a flashy car. Do it if that's what you want. But if you see a guru coming after you with a flashy car, then maybe walk the other way. So for me as well, my story, I started with 500 euros 10 years ago, like no clue, no system, and just really wanting to make a difference, right? I mean, who here, like in this room, give me a thumbs up, give me thumbs ups if you want to make a change, right, in your life. Some of you may not be happy where you are. Some of you may be happy, okay, but you want to make a difference, right? And that's me as well. I've been doing it a while, but I still want to get better. I still want to get to the next level because I don't know if you all realize there's no cap in this business, right? It just keeps on going and going and going. I speak to a guy regularly. He's the biggest seller in the UK. He's doing around 150 million a year, slightly less actually this year because they're automating so much, but he can't take it all, right? So a lot of people say to me that, why do I share this out? Why am I going to share this with you? And because there is so many opportunities. I can't take all the opportunities, nowhere near it. So I'm going to share this with people. And part of the beauty is I share with other people, they share with me, I coach people, I see them grow, they do great. It's amazing. So I'll have to do great myself, obviously. We've gone from 500 euros 10 years ago. We're just about to pass in the next couple of months about 10 million since we started in revenue. We'll do about 2.3 million this year in revenue. So about 320 gross profit. I'm not saying that to impress you. Like some of you guys are doing way more than that, maybe. Some of you are not doing that. Some of you haven't started. Again, we're all in different stages, but this is about, in my opinion, lifting everybody up. So yeah, so I've got the privilege in this business now. I've got a team. We've got 9 virtual assistants that help us in our business. And now I've got the privilege to be able to teach people. Because if I didn't have a team, I wouldn't be on this call with you, right? I would be sourcing every minute of the day. I would be doing everything I needed to do. So yeah, so let me know in the chat, how long have you been doing this? Have you been doing this, a year? Have you started? Let me know where you're at. It'll be interesting to see where you're all at in your journey. And definitely on this journey, I will get into the software here, guys, right? But I just want you to understand that, I'm not going to preach to you. That's not me. Any of you that followed me for a little while or spoken to me, I'm no BS. It's just me. So, but for me, it's all about how do we become the owner of this business, not the operator? Right, Steve's been 3 years. Amazing. We've spoken before, Steve. Mateo, 6 months. Reese, how are you going? How's it doing? How's it going? 4 years. We've spoken a lot, obviously. Kevin Hughes, 1.5. GD, 1 year. Marion, 3 months. Okay. And IG, 2 years. 6 years for Stefan. Amazing. Lovely. Manny's in the house. Yeah, 1 year. Just drinking out of my customer return glass. It's not broken, so I'm going to use it. Okay, Olas is 1 month. Amazing. So we've got a real mix, right? Real mix. So this is going to appeal to everyone. If you've not used this software before, if you tried it 6 months ago, like, believe me, this is going to blow your mind, because it is a different beast right now, this software. And Clive's 15 months. Hey, Clive, how's it going? So for me, like, the first 5 years that I was sourcing or building this business, I thought I could do everything, right? I don't know if anyone can like admit that they, still think they can do everything, or they used to do everything. Think they're a Superman. So give me a thumbs up if you get that. But I did it for 5 years. And on that journey, like, my goal was to not have to work for anyone else. Then it was my wife not to have to work for anyone else. Sometimes she works harder now than she used to on her job, but it's all for us, right? That's part of that journey. So the first 5 years, I refused to outsource. I'm like, I'm Superman. I can do it all. Why would I pay anyone else to do this? Why would I outsource my prep? I can do it all myself. And we just kept going and going, and I was just head down. And it got to a point where we did 7 figures. It took us 5 years, by the way, from that 500 euros. So this is not a get rich quick thing. Anyone telling you there's a 5-step process and 5 weeks and you're going to be financially free, run. This is hard work, but this business can be built, and it can be built in a way that's sustainable. For us, it sustained us for the last 10 years. And really, it sustained, many other families as well on my team. So if you're starting and you're banging your head against a brick wall, well, keep going. But at some point, you're going to want to outsource. Where is Luca? I don't know. Yeah, he should be here. So he's not messaged me. He should be here. So hopefully he's got the link. He's here already. Okay, there we go, Panda. He's here. So yeah, Luca's going to be in the chat here. Say hi, Luca, if you're about. That'll be great. And any questions, any technical questions, any questions for the team, he can definitely get back to you. So why is this year different, right? Why is 2026 different? For me, I knew at the beginning of this year, all the AI craze and everything else going on, I knew that 2026 for me and my business had to be about automating. It had to be about really using technology and really leveling up. So I knew it was a year of automation. If you've seen any of my videos, like, I'm saying it all the time, automation is the way this year. And we've got the technology, and we've got the software as well, what I'm going to show you. But not all software is equal, right? You've got to get that, because I, for many years, was very frugal. I'm sure you've all bootstrapped your businesses probably. Not many people have a ton of money when they start this business. But for me, it was all about bootstrapping at the beginning. But again, you get to a point where you realize that there's different qualities of software. I've used a lot. I've used Actorio. I've used RBSource. I've used Celeron. Now, I'm not knocking those softwares, right? Because I've used them. That was the best thing I had at the time last year. That's what I used. But Luca approached me and said, look, I've got another software. I've got this software. I've got ProfitPath. It's amazing. It's great. And I'm like, how many people tell you they've got an amazing piece of software? So at first, I kind of dismissed it. It was November last year. And then it was December that I really started to use it, after the craziness that just sort of died down with Q4. And I started to use it. And yeah, honestly, I loved it. But then other things were introduced, automations, and now some crazy automations. So you're going to love this. So just be wary that there's software and there's premium software, right? You get what you pay for in this business. And from my point of view, like in my investing, like we just put a deposit down on a property. That was the last thing missing in our portfolio. It is about assets. Like if something puts money in your pocket, it's an asset. That's why you don't see me with the Porsche, right? I like Porsches. You don't see me with it because at the moment in my business, in my journey, that will take money out of my pocket. When those assets pay for the Porsche, then you'll see me in the Porsche. So this, in my opinion, is an asset because it puts a ton of money in our pocket, and I'm going to show you. So good. So I'm going to jump in, share my screen here. And again, if any of you guys want to adjust your view of your screen, just click on those three dots, and you can just adjust that view. Should be coming up now. So if this is a bit slow, if there's something that's not loading up, it's really because we're on this call. There's 71 of us on the call. Okay, good. We're way under the limit right now, so that is cool. And yeah, let me just click here. There we go. Okay, so if you've not seen this ProfitPath, then this is a little glimpse. This is the dashboard. A lot of you have seen this before. You've seen dashboards before. It's going to show you all of your numbers. It's going to show you some purchase volume here. Just a little, just to tell you, we are implementing all of the things here on ProfitPath, ProfitDesk, but we haven't finished because we sell in 7 markets. We source in 5 markets, so we have 5 prep centers. And only 4 of them are on the software that we can implement into this. We can connect to this. So we are still rolling out this, but we've got it mostly rolled out, and we have to test because we've been doing this a while. If we break something, it's a freaking mess to tidy up. So that's happened before. So we want to make sure we roll it out in stages. But on your dashboard, one of the real key things that that I love here on the payouts is you can automate your payouts. So if you just go onto your auto payout settings. Now, unfortunately, those of you in the UK, you can't do it. It's not ProfitPath's fault. It is the UK law or something like that. That unfortunately you can't get it. But if you are in EU, then or you sell in the EU markets, then you can automate your payouts. So we automate it every 2 days. We did it every 1 day, and then Revolut, our bank, flagged up some issues. So we're just doing it every 2 days. We don't want to hold too much cash in Amazon because I don't know. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you've had any issues with Amazon before, if there's been any problems. I'm sure all of you have had some issues, some challenges. What about the compliance thing right now, guys? Who's having an issue with the compliance? Food and product safety. That's fun, isn't it? That is fun. And if you are having some issues there, then what can we do? Not many of us, I'm sure, in this room have got the capital to lay out maybe 250 to 2,000 pounds, euros per product. So yeah, what can we do? Just a little tip while we're here. What can you do? You can appeal those. So appeal every single one. That's what we do. Now, up until this point, we've only had maybe, I don't know, 20, 30. It may seem a lot for some of you, but we've got 1,500, 600-ish SKUs active at any one time. So we've only had about 30 of these compliance issues to deal with. But today, we've got 1,000 plus in each country. So don't be scared. Don't be fearful. We just need to understand. We need to appeal it and try and get these turned over. Some of them just disappear. We've been dealing with this for 9 months in the EU. It's brand new in the UK, right, for most of you. So appeal it, and some of them will disappear because someone will either submit. We believe that someone will submit, and that will clear that for everybody. That's what we believe. Of course, with Amazon, we never really know for sure. So I'm going to try and read your comments as we go, guys, but I may not be able to read all of them. But I will definitely get back to you if you've got a question. Insert manufacturer. Okay. Okay, some good tips there for people. So yeah, definitely appeal it, and most of them will go over time. And when you've got that date, the end date. If you've got a lot of stock, obviously the end date is coming closer. You need to take action and probably clear your stock, right? We've had products that we had to remove because the date passed. And then a week later, once the product arrived here, or 2 weeks later, we were able to send it back in. So yeah, another thing we need to deal with, but it's the ones that continue to do this and do what we need to do will succeed. So ProfitPath, right? So let's get into the research. Now, we've got all these different ways to search for products. Now, I'm going to do my best to show you what I do, right? Obviously, we've got really a two-hour window here tonight. It's impossible to show you everything, every setting. It's going to be impossible because there is so much that this software now does for us. But what I am doing for the next 3 weeks, I am recording, yes. The next 3 weeks after this, what I'm going to do is going to do more live sessions, another 1 hour session or a bit longer if we need to, every week. You've registered for this, so you're going to get the email for those live sessions. So we can then go into like, your issues, your challenges, settings, actually do some live sourcing. It's probably not advisable to do live sourcing with 74 people on this call because I may find one product. But if we find it, we find it. But we will see. We will see. Could be dangerous. We don't want to get into tanking territory, and that's something we're going to avoid. So any of you who have used this before, you will know that we've got another product inside ProfitPath, right? This is ProfitGo. So any of you that use Seller Amp SaaS before, you'll see this is super similar. Now, most people I speak to say to me, yeah, I've tried ProfitGo. I can't get used to it. I was there, right? Last year, I was using Seller Amp SaaS. I love my RA as well, right? I still love my RA. Don't do as much these days. I do less every year, hence growing the team. I don't need to, but I still love RA. If I'm in a store, I have to check some products, see if there's any deals. So you can do all of this on your phone, and you can check all of this on your phone as well. You can scan the products, and you can do rapid scanning in store. It's freaking amazing. If you've not seen any of my videos on it on YouTube, you can scan so many products in one go, and then you can see like the maximum price you can pay. So you can do like 10x what you can normally do with retail arbitrage. So when we're looking at this, you'll get used to it. A week, trust me, and you'll get used to it. The difference between ProfitGo and SaaS, for example, these numbers are bang on all the time. And there was one time where I was in a store and I thought they were wrong, and I got Luca's team all looking into this, and it turned out that actually no, these numbers, they were correct. I just had a wrong setting on the app. Instead of Spain, it was like Germany or something. And yeah, so the whole team was running around for 30 minutes. And yeah, sorry about that, Luca and the team. But that's how much the team are on it. They're bang on this to get it right. And when I was in a Nike store as well, I was in a Nike store doing RA, and I wanted to see the images of the variations in the store. This was like probably December. And I said to Luca, look, Luca, look, this, I've done a screen recording. This is what I need to see the image, because there is 100 variations on a shoe. If I can see the color on the variation, like I can eliminate so many really quickly. Literally within, I think it was 24 hours, 48 hours, they changed the app, they updated the app, and you can see the images in there. So that is the kind of team I want to work with, right? Because previous to this, yeah, it was not like that. Previous softwares, it was not like this. So, right, let's ProfitGo. So we can use this on the Amazon page. We can use this from anywhere inside here as well. So we've got Supplier Search here. This is for you newer people who want to test this out. We can come here and we can select, I don't know, Germany. I know you from all over the place here. We can agree not to tank the listing. I love that, Daniel. Amazing. Yeah, okay. All right, if we find something, we will do that. So I'm just going to click on alternate. We normally find a few deals on alternate in Germany. And so when we are, let me just come back. Let me just go back, guys, because I want you to see this. Yeah, I'm going through like, you know, and right, maybe you don't. So in here in the supplier search, we've got all of these retailers, right? We've got retailers, price comparison sites, wholesalers. So you can separate this all out, right? So we can click on wholesalers and we can just see the wholesalers. We can click on Germany, we can go Europe, we can go UK, right? So we can favorite all of these, the ones that we want to buy from. Me personally, I don't buy from price comparison places, right? I don't buy from E&E or ENI, however you want to say it. I don't buy from Idealo. I don't buy from Cogita, okay? Because from my point of view, we want to make sure that we are buying from suppliers that we can prove supply chain if needed. Now, who here has ever had any issues with supply chain? Who here bought from Cogita or one of these sites? I'm not knocking Cogita. I just don't use them. For me, it's not, I can't prove the supply chain. Daniel, yep, I know about that one. So we've got to make sure that we can prove the supply chain, right? And to me, what does that mean to me? Why haven't we been, why haven't we had problems over the years? 10 years doing this, right? This is our third account, by the way. We had one account the first year, then we had to change to a second account in the second year. And then we settled on this third account, which we've had 8 years. So we haven't had any serious problems on our account. Why is that? Because I believe I've always erred on the side of caution, and we make sure we've got legit suppliers. Now, I can't guarantee all of these suppliers in here are legit or they're great, but you need to do your own due diligence on this, right? On these suppliers. So we come in here and we can select one of these suppliers, and then that's going to take us to the supplier page. This was alternate DE. E&E is not legit. Yeah, based on experience. I think they're in Lithuania. I don't know. Like, to me, again, like supply chain. Are Amazon going to, without doubt, believe your supply chain in a heartbeat? Like, not even contemplate whether it's real or not? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. Let's say, I don't know, John Lewis in the UK, right? John Lewis, they're not a wholesaler, they're a retailer. But are Amazon going to doubt John Lewis supply chain? Are they going to doubt Argos supply chain? Right? What do you think, guys? Give me some answers in the comments there. Wild berries? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But yeah, so for me, like, they're not going to doubt Argos's supply chain, right? So that's the kind of suppliers we want to stick with. Now, are you going to get ungated with an Argos VAT receipt? I have a client that has, but yeah, it's not recommended, right? It's not recommended. As you know, Amazon with ungating is sometimes hit and miss. And when we go on to here, obviously, Profit Go is going to allow you to see if you're ungated in a brand, or how many units you may need to get ungated. I would suggest at the beginning, don't get ungated with more than, just go for the 10 unit ungates, leave the 100 unit ungates, and don't get stung. Don't put all your money in one basket. Right, let's get back to it. So when we come here to alternate, am I buying from EU to sell in the UK or the other way? Both. Yeah, Shamir, I'm doing both. We buy in 5 markets, we sell in 7. We want to sell in 9. We want to add Saudi Arabia and UAE. Just having a little issue there at the moment. What if I get inventory from Romania or Poland? Again, supply chain. Believe, like, where, what supplier? Am I doing pan EU? Yes, we do pan EU. Yeah, so when we're looking here, let's have a little run through. So we've got our store alternate, so we can dig into this. We've got no filters at the moment, so it's pulled up all of this inventory. It's just added in an approximate over estimate of a prep fee. We just take all of our prep fees and we do the average of the prep fees in all countries. So that's overestimated for some and slightly under in others. It gives us our average. So here, this whole layout's changed. And this was one thing I really wanted the team to do back in December, because before it was a bit more spread out. This is fantastic because now we've got all of this information: current price, 30-day price, profit margin, everything's here in one view. We don't need to scroll across anymore, because seconds, I don't know, you'll realize, like, seconds in sourcing, yeah, becomes minutes, becomes hours, becomes days, becomes a week, becomes a month at the end of the year, right? You're sourcing every day. Those seconds just add up and add up. The more we have to click out, the more we have to change. It just wastes time. And everything now, you like this, well, I don't like this product at all. Like I said, I'm not really going to go super deep into the sourcing. I'm just going to tell you what I'm looking for. But this is, I'm looking for a product that's stable, right? Okay. So now we've got no filters. This is all a bit messy, some of these. So we can add some filters. We can add them in here. Okay. So we can do a minimum price. We can do, let's do a minimum price, let's say, 15 on Amazon. This is a new feature, max spread, which is really cool. We can do, for example, 30% here. What that's going to do is going to remove a lot of those big spikes. Sometimes you get a listing is like 30 euros, 30 pounds, pretty much constantly, and then in the middle there's a week where it was 130, right? We don't want to see that. We want to get rid of that. So this should eliminate those. This is brand new. I just learned about this yesterday. So net profit, I know, let's say 2. This is in euros, guys. All your settings, if you're in the UK, you set it for the UK. It's been a game changer. Currently, loads of people are doing OSS. Okay. Do you recommend Pan-EU? I do recommend Pan-EU for sellers in the UK. Not so much, because Pan-EU you're going to get you have to register for VAT in the EU, right? You have to register in the country to store in the country. You have one product stored in a country, you are liable to register for VAT, pay VAT in that country. So it's not recommended. You would need to get, firstly, a VAT number in one EU country, Germany, for example, and then you would need to add the VAT numbers in the other countries. Yeah. Profit Go can detect IP, dangerous goods. Yes, it can. You can see that. You'll be able to see that in the alerts. Yeah. That will show up here. And would I recommend selling in the EU and AMZ marketplaces if I'm in the UK? Yes and no. Yes and no. I'm gonna carry on a little bit here, and we can answer a few more questions later, guys. Okay. So otherwise, I really want to answer all your questions, but we'll do that in a little bit. Otherwise, I'm going to get way off track, and it's going to take us 5 hours, and yeah, it's going to be a late one. So if you do ROI margin, for example, we do, generally about 14%, but let's go slightly under, let's say 10. And confirmed sales, if you want to do confirmed sales, I'm not fussed. I'm very happy making my own judgment, and I'll show you a bit about that. Offers, generally, sorry, you can do maybe 3 and above. Yeah, minimum of 3 if you want to eliminate private label. Again, I'm not too fussed about that myself. Ratings will be 4+, always. So you can add those filters there. And also what you can do, you can add presets. Yeah, so you can add the presets in here as well. You can set up your preset. You can save this as a preset if you want to. And you've got all your filters which you can create on the side here too. So that is universal across ProfitPath. But one thing's really cool is the blacklist. Now, I suggest you all do this, is add brands to your blacklist you don't like, you don't want to sell. You can just, just have a little look at some of these we don't sell. We don't want to sell, like Apple, for example, right? You add it to your blacklist, you don't want to sell it. You don't want to see it because we can't sell it on Amazon. I used to be able to 10 years ago, but I haven't been able to sell for about 8 years. So you can add them all in here, and that will be global across the rest of ProfitPath, which is amazing. All of these other searches, that will be global. So I'm generally looking for something, right, after I've added my filters, that is pretty consistent. Yeah. So we want something that obviously has our sales in there. We want something that's pretty consistent, not like this all over the place. And when we find something that's fairly consistent, I'm not going to find it right now, probably, but okay, a bit messy. But what would I do from here? If I did like this, it's a little bit messy for me. If I did like this product, otherwise we're going to be here a long time. And this is what we're going to do on the sessions in the next 3 weeks after this. We'll go in deep in sourcing. If I did like the product, what can I do? I can quickly open Profit Go. Yeah, I'm going to come back to all of your questions, guys. Yep, you can disable the category. Yep, absolutely. And so you can do a quick analysis on this product, right? If you liked it. Okay, what would I be looking for? I would be looking for, my sales per month. We can change that in the filters. So I'll be looking for 20 sales per month, for example. We can change all of that here. If I miss anything, guys, it's just because I'm trying to do everything. And sales per month, we can just add it in there. For me, 20 is all good for me, right? We can add that in there. I've got all my preset filters here, but I thought I may as well show you how to set this up. And 20 sales a month, obviously BSI is way off on this. This is not a nice product. Let's just do a quick other filter. I'm sure we'll find something on the next sourcing methods anyway. Let's get rid of that. So if we find something more consistent, we'll go with that. If we like the product, then yeah, I would open up Profit Go here. Just have a quick look. Then after that, if I really want to get onto the keeper chart on the Amazon webpage, I'm going to open up here. Yeah. What am I going to check here? Right, I'm not saying this is a great product at all, but for speed and for all of you, I want to show you how I would analyze this product. Because in my opinion, it's pretty simple, right? But I've been doing this a while. So this is the order I would do this. This is the order I would do this. I would even look here for the brand, Makita. I would be making sure we've got 4 stars or more. Yeah, again, you can do it here, you can do it here. And we want to match up the brand with the store. Why? If it says generic on a store, yeah, if it says generic on that store, we don't want to get involved. Okay, if it says Ricky Martin's Makita store, we don't want to get involved. Yeah, we've got to stay well away. Otherwise, you're just asking for a Section 3 possibility and a ban, even if there's other sellers on the listing. And it may be so profitable, and they may be selling. Yeah, in my opinion, I'm still here 10 years later. I don't do that. So we would be checking the BSR, right? You don't have to do this because these sales are generally so good these days. The old days, they used to be anything under 100K, right? But now we've got the sales. These are estimated. Anything gray is estimated. If it's in blue, that's going to be your confirmed sales. Confirmed sales coming from Amazon. You'll see that yellow line. There may be something a bit further back. Okay, not in this one. There'll be a yellow line here. For me, I take that as gospel, right? That is Amazon data. So we've got our sales. If we're ungated, obviously you need to be ungated. Check that. If you're not, can you buy 10 units? And if you want to get ungated in Makita, I don't know if it's a 10 unit or 100 unit ungate for you, but we don't want to spend £300 or euros on a product and times 10, for example. We want to find the cheapest product in Makita that we can get ungated in the brand, and then we can sell all of these other products, right? Yeah, great reminder. Yeah, Angela's just put in the chat there. We're doing a giveaway tonight, so it's going to be a Wheel of Fortune style. Yeah, not long actually. We're going to do that. So make sure if you want to be on that wheel, we're going to give away 2 months of ProfitPath. Yeah, Luke has agreed to do this. I twisted his arm. 2 months of ProfitPath. We're going to give that away. You've got to put your name in the chat there, and you'll be added to the list. And we'll do that in a bit. Yeah, everyone loves a spinny wheel. So once we've done that, we're going to be checking our profit, our margin. Like I say, 14% for us is the bare minimum generally, but we will consider products that are slightly less. Our average is about 16% or so. So yeah, we can check our max cost if there's any alerts on this. Yeah, any warnings that we need to double check. Then we can come down, see our warnings here. I'm going to check in other markets because maybe there's an A2A opportunity. Maybe I could sell this. I could buy it in UK. I could sell it in EU. Not as easy these days to do that. The border is still there. The Brexit is still real. But in the EU, buying Spain, selling Italy, it's literally basically like it's one country for us. So we can check to see if there's any possibilities buying and selling. Yeah. Then we're going to check our competition. Now, who here feels that, when they're looking at the offers, how do we assess this, right? Who here would say, okay, well, my parameters say that I have to have less than 5 sellers, for example. Anyone have any parameters like that? Maybe. you know, some people ask me, just give me the thing, the stats, the bang on perfect parameters every time. This is life, right? This is real. It's not like that, right? It is, we need to assess the supply and the demand on every listing, every single one. They're all different. So what I'm looking for is, am I going to have the opportunity to sell this product in the next 6 weeks max, right? That's what I'm looking for. If we're going to sell that, ideally within the first 30 days, but I don't want these products hanging around. So things change in terms of the supply. But if we're looking at this product and it's only got 5 stock, and this product maybe sells 20 a month, it's got variations, so we can check this. Just click on these reviews. Because these sales are estimated under 50, we're going to click on the reviews here, and we're going to check that. So what is this one? This one is approximately 19%. Yeah. So it's not so great, right? Because it was 20 sales a month. It's only 19% approximately of that, 20% of that. So yeah, only 4 sales a month, roughly. Yeah. So we can check that. So we need to bear that in mind. It's a mistake that a lot of new clients that come to me make. They don't check the variations properly, and they just think 21 sales. Okay, I'll give it a go. Right? Does that make sense so far? Yeah? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if it makes sense. We've got the Google Sheets here as well, all in ProfitGo. We can add to any Google Sheet here. Matthew, do you want to ask a question? Maybe. ProfitGo in EU and UK. Yeah. So here, one thing with ProfitGo is amazing that you got this reverse search all in, right? So you got this in one. You can do, if you're doing manual sourcing, right? And I'm jumping about a little bit here, but I just want to show you this as we're covering it, as we're here. If you're doing manual sourcing, let's say you go on Argos, right? I'm just choosing a store. Let's go to the top deals. Let's go to toys. Then we can come and have a look at toy, something that takes our fancy, maybe something like this. When we come here, we do manual sourcing, we can click on Profit Search, or we just click on up here in ProfitGo. And okay, this product did not come up, which is interesting. Data. Okay, that's interesting, isn't it? Okay, and there we go. Okay, just something happened there. So it comes up here as the product. One thing with ProfitGo that will blow Seller Amp SaaS out of the water, that it does not go on this title, right? Seller Amp SaaS is going to go on the title, and it may give you 5 different variations, 5 different products here. It does it so many times, and it's so bloody annoying that me and the team didn't even really bother manual sourcing before. With ProfitGo, it's going to go on EAN if it is on the web page. So this is how it gives you such accurate, accurate products first try. If there's no EAN, then it's going to go on the title, right? So then you may get some other options. If you go to the Entertainer in the UK, well, that has no EAN, no GTIN. So it will give you based on the title. But it generally still gives the top one. It's going to be the right one. So that's just something to bear in mind. That's the advantage with this. So you can do the reverse search from inside ProfitGo, and you can do this on your phone as well, right? I will show you the app in a bit. So that's how I'm sourcing there, and then I come on to Keeper, right? So I want to confirm the data, right? Again, this is not a great product. I would not be buying this product, but I just wanted to give you a run through. Yeah, so this is how I'll be sourcing. Once I've done all of this, if anything doesn't check out in that order, and I literally go through in that order, if anything doesn't check out, it's a no. So at any point, if there was something wrong right at the top, at the beginning, it's a no, move on. Because we want to get through as many no's as quickly as possible, then we can spend time on the yeses. Does that make sense? Yeah, spend more time on the ones that are good potentials. We want to get rid of all the rubbish quickly, even when we're doing manual sourcing. One thing that's really cool in store, guys and girls, is this. Like if you've got 3 for 2 offers, you can just click on this, If you've got, it's 50% off is easy, right? We can do that in our head. We should be able to. But sometimes it's a weird percentage, and we can add a custom percentage in here, 60%, for example. I don't know if Luca's here. What would be cool, Luca, is if we can add two together. So instead of having to go and type in 60% here, we could just click 50 and 10. Yeah, that would be cool, because it's way faster than me having to go in on my phone. So yeah, I'm always suggesting how to make this better, and the team want to make it better. They want to make it great, right? It's amazing. They want to make it great. So they're so up for making additions and making this even better than it is, which I love. So that's how we go through, and when we are assessing the product, I would just too fast. I would go into Keeper. I may even need to go into data just to double check if we are getting those sales. But for Keeper, my confirmation, I'm going to be checking to make sure that these products, unless I know the brand, like Makita, we sell a ton. But if it's a product we haven't sold before, a brand we haven't sold before, we want to look out for any big price spikes, right? Price drops. Not even a price drop, is it? It is a seller count drop. We want to be looking for these, the new offer count. If you get something that's really, really big and it just drops off as if it's one of these big drops here, that's something we want to be aware of. Potential IP issue, complaint. Again, it might be a fantastic profit, but if you get some of these earlier on in your business, we get IP complaints all the time, right? 2 years ago, we used to get like, I don't know, 1 or 2 a month. Now we get generally 1, sometimes 10 a week, right? Because we sell in so many different countries. So it's a thing you have to deal with. You can remove most of them. But if you get a second one for the same problem, it can be really detrimental. It will stick on your account for 180 days. So check out if you've got any IP drops, as I call them. So that's how I would be sourcing in a really quick nutshell. Let's move on to the next one. So yeah, I'm going to hold off on that wheel. Angela, you get all those names on the wheel. That's going to be the cutoff now, guys, for that wheel. If you're not on, you're not on. But don't worry, we might do another one later. I've got time. So let's get now into multi-search, and I'm going to go through in stages here. Beginner, is supplier search. We're going to go into multi-search. Now, for me, I'm going to tell you which ones I love. Right, supplier search is good. I like it. But I love some others a lot more. Now, for my team, there's 7 of us sourcing products 5 days a week. Me on the weekends as well sometimes. But we all love different parts of this because it's got something that suits everybody. Yeah, that's a really cool thing about it. Let me get some water. So let's jump into multi-search. And again, we can go deep on the next sessions after this. We can go actually, some coaching, some training, and I really want to do that with you. So yeah, multi-search. Here, what this enables us to do, what we love to do with multi-search is we can search, for example, the UK. We can come in, obviously you can search other markets if you've got that subscription. We can search a ton of different suppliers, right? We can search all the suppliers, and this is so fast. I don't know how many suppliers here are in the UK. A lot. Yeah. And if you want to add a supplier, you just tell the guys here, just click on the message, you open it up and just say, hey guys, look, really would love you to add X store, and they will do their very best to get it added as soon as possible. So we can search all of these stores, and I believe it's already selected. If it's already searched those, we just click on all stores and it will go really, really quickly. And then we can search for a brand, for example. Like if I love Lego, those of you who know me, I love Lego. We sell a ton of Lego. We do about, I don't know, we're doing nearly 400K of Lego in sales this year. So we can search Lego. And the beauty of this is we can find other stores, right? Maybe stores we don't use, we've never used before. Because we're so confident in Lego, for us, it's like, it's almost, dare I say it, risk-free, because like the way we do it, like over time, we know that these Legos go up in price, right? So I shouldn't have said risk-free. It's not risk-free. It's almost, right? Almost. That's the caveat. Because, I mean, I've got Legos downstairs that I'm holding, right, invested in as well. But it's such a tiny fraction of my capital, like, you know, not even 0.1%. But I'm holding for the long term, right? So, because I know I've been doing this 10 years. I've sold so many Legos that we used to buy for €7 and we were selling for 30. Well, now we buy them for like 50 and we sell them for 80, right? Some of these old Legos. It's insane. Whenever a supplier's got a discount, they're getting rid of them. They're not being made anymore probably. And then the demand is still there, or it shrinks, but the supply disappears overnight, right? Or it goes down slowly. Yeah, it's really a really good opportunity for us, Lego. So who else likes Lego? Give me a thumbs up if you do. And there's so many different SKUs. If you're going to get ungated in a brand, get ungated in a brand where they've got hundreds, thousands of different ASINs, rather than a brand that is, you know, I don't know, Ricky's lipstick, right? I don't know, I just made that up. Ricky's lipstick, you don't want that anyway. But I've only got one SKU, right? I've only got one ASIN. So what's the point in spending all that time to get ungated in one ASIN when there's other brands there with thousands? Yeah, make a no-brainer in my opinion, right? Can never find it at the right price. Okay, we do. Yeah. So you can find a ton of suppliers here. Yeah, obviously all of your filters are the same, so you can find a ton of different suppliers. This one. So these are there's some, yeah, DealWatch. Yeah, you can check all your prices on there. Bricks Direct, I don't know if that one's going to come up, but Bricks Direct is a great one for us in the UK as well. So yeah, you can come through here and you can filter out and find a lot of great stores, a lot of great suppliers. Again, all of this is the same. Your view here as well, your selling regions, you've got all of, you can change all of your images. Sorry, you can add the images, keep a charts, you can change all of this around. Yeah, that's all pretty self-explanatory. Just got someone on the mic there. If you could mute, or Angela, if you could just mute them, but don't mute me, please. So, and again, your presets are all standard. I'm not going to spend a ton of time in here because I want to get through this next bit because I want to do the spinning wheel review. So we jump into Spy Search next. Who likes storefront stalking? Thumbs up if you like storefront stalking. If you like tracking other sellers, thumbs up. Okay, we've got a few people here. I know Daniel loves it. Yeah, Daniel loves it. So this is fantastic, right? This is like next level, because the old way of storefront stalking, maybe you need to come to, you know, Keeper. You need to add the seller, the store IDs there. You need to pull off their inventory. You look for their products, and then you check all the products. Maybe you find some, maybe you don't. You do some reverse sourcing. But next week you come to do it, you kind of got to do the whole thing again, right? So this changes the game, and this makes, I didn't do storefront stalking before. Okay, didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, didn't seem like a great use of my time. This way, what do? We've got my storefront there. This will track your own storefront. This will track other sellers, but also it's going to track. It won't track any other sellers in ProfitPath, right? Because they do it to protect people in the group. So if we add a seller, we can come and just add the seller ID here. If you don't know how to get that, you can just come here. You can just grab, open there, and you can just take their ID here, and then you can just add it in here and import, right? That's then going to track, yeah? That's then going to track that seller. Now, okay, what does that mean? Well, we could just check that one seller. We could get our drop down. We could select all of, we can, you know, select all the different countries if we want, but we could just select a certain seller that we want to look at. But let's look at this seller here. I've just added a couple of sellers here just for this. Let's select, unselect all. Look at that. And let's just do one. Sorry, Ando. Hopefully not on the call. And we're going to search, let's just say we're going to search in Europe. I don't know if this seller's in Europe, but we could search all of his products, right? Or we could just search the new products that they've added. Now, I don't know if they've added any new products, but we may not want to search their whole database, right? There wasn't a lot of products there, but if we want to search all of their products, we can click on that. But maybe we searched all of their products last week, and now this week we don't want to search them all again. This is all blurred, by the way, guys, because there's a setting in here. We can change the appearance and we can blur it out. Obviously, there's some sensitive information I'm going to show you in a bit. I can't show you, so it's blurred out, right? Yours won't be blurred, obviously. All of this will be seen. And maybe we just want to search here, but maybe we've searched them last week and we just want to search all the new products they've added here as well. Now, this is great, but guys, stick around, right? Okay, because in a bit, I'm going to show you the next level. Now, a lot of you have heard about the Discord, creating your own Discord, right? We're going to do that in a bit. So that is seriously next level. That really, still makes me smile. So this way, what's going to happen, all of the people we're tracking, then we are just going to get pinged their new products when they come up in our Discord. I'll show you that. But we can search all of the new products here. We can search all of those sellers. We don't need to do anything again once we've added them in. Does that make sense, everyone? Who kind of likes the idea of this? Give me a thumbs up if you do. So this actually makes storefront stalking pretty fun. Yeah, it's less aggravation. It's pretty fun. Jump into reverse search, which is something you should all do every day, in my opinion. Who here replenishes? Who here focuses on replenishments? Yes, thumbs up. No? Give me a thumbs up if you do. We didn't for years, guys. We didn't focus on replenishments for years. So what's the problem with that? Well, if you just sold a product and you know it sells, then find more, right? You just literally got the evidence. You're not looking at a keeper chart. You're looking at your own sales, right? In STK, wherever you look at them. And you've got evidence that those products sell for a certain amount. You just did it. So every day, yeah, for my team, they have to spend literally like 2 hours every morning. Yeah, every morning, first thing. They are seeing if they can find more products. They're replenishing. Yeah, because for me, it's kind of the easy money because we've just sold it. We've just got to find more. So we will take all of the products we've sold yesterday, yeah, and then this morning they will do reverse searching here. And what we can also do is something next level, which I'm going to show you in a moment. Yeah, so they'll paste all of the ASINs here. I haven't got an ASIN here. But basically, we would paste all of our ASINs here. It's pretty self-explanatory because we've got to move forward. And once you've got all the ASINs there, up to 1,000 at a time, just change this to ASIN. And then you can reverse search all of those products you just sold, right? Because just get them again. You know what they sold for. Even if you sold a product at a loss, let's say you held it for 90 days, you could just take the whole list of what you sold yesterday, plug it in, because if that product sold at a loss, well, it only sold at a loss because you paid a certain amount for it. If you can get the COG lower, then you can still be profitable. Does that make sense, everyone? Thumbs up if it does. Yeah, some people just say, oh, just get the profitable products. I don't want to buy those ones that weren't profitable. Well, what if you could buy it £5, €5 cheaper? You could be profitable. So, yeah, so that is that. We'll do the search and we can then analyze those products. I've got to move a little bit faster. We're an hour in, guys, already. This is insane. So, right, let me do these couple more and then we'll do the spinning wheel. So we've done that. Wholesale Scanner is, you're going to see a few catalogs here. I don't mind you seeing these ones. That's fine. You're going to literally take your whole catalog from your wholesaler or whatever Excel sheet they send you. You can then add that in, create a new scan, drag and drop the file, just make sure those columns are lined up. Again, we can go through this in detail if any of you are into wholesale. We can do this in the following weeks. Drag the file in there, make sure the columns line it up, and it's so easy. It makes it so easy. Line up the columns and then do a search. And literally this nearly 3,000 lines, that'll be done in probably less than a minute, 30 seconds. I think I did, I really maxed it out. I think I did 98,000 lines at one point. And it took like 13 minutes, which, you know, it's not bad. There's a lot of products. So yeah, that, and then you'll just do your searching as normal. When you open these up, you just choose a random one down here, you'll open it up and you can, again, search that as we've done in the multi-search, as we've done in the supplier search. Yeah. Good. Moving on, guys. So shall we do spinny wheel? Give me a W for wheel in the chat there if you want to do a spinny wheel. Who wants to win a prize? Wheel. Gonna get you all chanting. Wheel, 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 wheel. Okay, amazing. All right, let's get the spinny wheel. Angela, do you want to share your screen? I'm just going to stop sharing for a second. We'll get Angela to share her screen, and Angela's going to have the wheel there. So if your name comes up and you're not here, because I'm going to ask you to confirm you're here, then can you get it ready, Angela? Are you good? Yes. Ooh, doesn't that look pretty? Amazing. Okay, so obviously we had a cutoff, but don't worry, I'm going to try and give you another chance if you didn't get on this wheel. So if your name gets called out here, if you win, you've got to give us confirmation that you're still here. If you're not, we're going to spin it again. Does that make sense, everyone? Thumbs up? Yeah? Good, good, good. I wonder if I can just get a track going as well. So, yeah, so, right, we're ready to spin. Angela, let's do it. Let's spin it. Spin the wheel. Good luck, guys and girls. Camel. Oh, no. No. How do I say that? Ledger? How do I say your name? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Are you still here? Are you still here? Let's see if you're still here. If you're not here, you got baited hard. Sorry, Camel. Sorry. If your name wasn't on it, okay. All right, we'll get you on the next one. So is he here? If he's not, if you're not going to confirm you're here, we're going to spin it again. Oh, he's still here. Okay, amazing. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, so I probably butchered that. But definitely, yeah. Angela, if we can reach out to him. I'm not sure if you can DM in here, but we need to get your email just to check you off on the list, and we'll get that sorted for you. So that's 2 months of ProfitPath for free, right? You'll be too happy with me, but anyway, that's what it is. We've done it. We've said it. Okay, awesome. Thank you guys for participating. If your name is not on the list, we're going to do it again. Don't worry. You're going to have another chance. Perfect. Right, you got that, Angela? You good? I'm going to start sharing again. Thanks, everyone. That makes it a bit of fun. Everyone loves a spinny wheel, especially if you win, right? Good. Okay, so let's carry on where we left off. I'm going to get some more water. So hot, guys. I'm in a warehouse, right? I'm in the office of the warehouse, and it is like, you know, 25 degrees downstairs, but then without the aircon, my aircon is going full blast. Luckily, this mic is pretty good. You don't hear it. So hot. Okay. Need a pint. That sounds pretty good right now. Yeah, I was thinking more jacuzzi, but yeah, the kids are probably in that. So let's move forward. So hopefully that all makes sense so far, right? Give me a thumbs up if you're all good. Now we're going to get into what I think is the juicy stuff, right? So I'm going to show you how to add this to your Discord. I'm going to show you how to set it up. But let's get into the A2A. Who loves A2A? Thumbs up if you like some A2A. Yeah, we only literally started doing A2A last year, January last year. That was the first time we did it, right? Okay, yeah. So yeah, a lot of you love A2A. Amazing. So A2A alerts here, in my opinion, this is a different level from the general A2A lead group alerts, right? Or bots. So who here has been in a lead group before? I have. Yeah. Who here has got caught out by listings that got tanked before? If all of you people that said you're in lead groups, if you say you haven't been caught out, yeah, I'm going to call you out on that one, because that is the major problem, right? So you get in a lead group, you get a deal. I found a deal. I remember it like it was yesterday. This was a year ago, maybe. And it was like 360 cost, right? It was selling for around 12 quid. I think there was about four quid profit each one, 3 or 4 quid profit each one. So I thought, oh, yeah, okay, I'm going to get it. Grabbed it quickly, 36 units. And literally by the time it landed in Amazon, it went from 8 or 9 sellers, it was, less than 10. Went from about 8 sellers, and it went from 8 to like 263 sellers. I remember the 263. That was, yeah, I was like, okay, this is what everyone was talking about. This is what it was like. Everything I gets tanked. Okay, yeah, if everything gets tanked, okay, this is for you. Because that's the problem. The problem is that everyone in that lead group, and there's lead groups of 100, 500, 1,000 members in, that can all see the same product at the same time. They all get the same ping, and they all jump on that product. And that may not just be in that lead group, right? It may be in other lead groups too. Now, lead groups can work. I'm not knocking all of them, but you've got to really be good and really be quick and really be on it. And you want to buy the products that sell out instantly, right? Those ones that you see the ping, you jump on it, and it's, you know, you add it to your cart, and then you go to pay, and it's not available. Like, those are the ones you wanted to get, right? Because if you get a product and it's still got the discount in a week, you're in trouble. You're really in trouble. So this is a different way to do things, right? We're going to set up our own alerts or bots, however you want to call them. And we can look in here. You've got some pings coming through already. But what we do, blacklist is the same. It's global. Yeah, we can, the ASINs or the brands where we can do. We've got our view, it's the same. And we've got the alerts. Now, in here, what we can do is we can create a new group. Yeah, in here. Yeah, you can see all of the other groups are already here. And these are basically what you might call bots. Now, I made a mistake before of setting up multiple different alerts, but the only real parameter that separated them all was sales per month, right? So that wasn't a great idea. So what I did was I'd done a whole overhaul and decided to separate, like you would get different bots in lead groups, right? So I separate these out. Now, if any of you, on the next lessons, we can go over this in more detail. Next week, the week after, I can give you, some of the parameters that I'm using. So high ROI, fast selling, high profit, A2A business, coupons, which I thought was going to be great, but at the moment it's not so great, because some coupon deals are amazing. But yeah, I think this could get a lot better. I'm working with a team. Any problems I point out so they can improve it. And A2A, slow margin, so slow selling. And yeah, discovery is just anything. Our core is really good, actually. We like this. So we want to do different things: UK domestic, EU domestic, and we can have up to 10, by the way. So I've maxed out my 10. I'm going to show you how to set them up. You can do it again over here as well. So what we're going to do is call it a name. So yeah. Right. Okay. We're going to go on advanced. Yeah, you can do beginner. It obviously simplifies things. But we're going to do advanced, and we're going to do now buy-in regions. Now, if you're just in UK and you've just got a subscription for the UK, that's fine. But we may want to buy in multiple regions. Yeah. So maybe those of you in the UK like to do EU A2A. Who's into EU A2A? Hands up, thumbs up. I know Daniel loves it. I believe. Clive loves it. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. So we're going to be sourcing in the EU markets, and we can sell in whatever you want to. You select what you want. I'm going to tick off this one, and you can just have the UK, but you can buy in these other countries. We can do minimum sales. Let's say we want to do 20, 50, whatever we want to do. Confirm sales, up to you, right? If you only want to confirm blue sales, which comes from, I say blue sales, when it's in blue, then that comes from basically that yellow line that's in Keeper, which comes from Amazon, right? That's our confirmed data. Then you can go with that. Minimum margin, if I'm looking for 14, I'm probably going to do something like 10 or 11 or 12, yeah, slightly under. Minimum profit generally is 3 for us. In England, UK, in pounds, about 250. Yeah, and then we've got the deal type. So we can choose what we want. Just business, all deals, normal, coupon deals, yeah? I suggest you do different ones on each of them. Minimum offers, let's cut out some private label. Do 3. Minimum rating for me is always 4. Why? Because less than that, the higher returns you get. Yeah. Variations, yes or no? You just saw more deals just got inserted there in that notification. So variations, yeah, I'm good with that. I don't care how many variations. Then we click on create. Now, if you've got this enabled, Discord notifications, and you can then click on create. Now I'm going to give you a glimpse of what I think is pretty insane. This will now turn into your bots. Yeah. Now, I don't know if you want to call them bots. Luca probably doesn't like me calling them bots, but basically that's what we're used to, right? You know, it's an alert to your parameters, not every single ping that's on Amazon, every single 50% discount, right? I'm sure you've had that before in the groups. 50% price drop. Okay, but I don't want to see that brand. I don't want to see 50% because it's no good to me. Some are, but I mean, what's the percentage that's good and bad in lead groups? What is it like? From my experience, 0.1% maybe is pretty good. Yeah. The rest, you know, I spent days just looking at these lead groups and then discovered this. So this will now create this here. Like I said, I've already got 10. Yeah. So it's not going to create another one for me. But when you do this, now what's going to happen is, you know, we've got these alerts coming through based on our parameters. Yeah. So always go to the bottom, in my opinion. Always go to the last one because, and you see it just come up with another one there, pinged. First of all, I had the notifications on my phone and it was going berserk. So I had to, I had to turn those notifications off. Otherwise I wouldn't have done anything else. But it's pinged up here and it's going to show us we can buy this one in Germany, right? We can sell it in Germany potentially at a profit. Now, obviously, first thing I do is look at the keeper chart. Is it consistent? Yeah, ideally, I would like a consistent price and then this price drop. Yeah, just at the end here. So if this was consistently around this level and then this price drop, that could be a serious potential. Yeah, without looking at anything else. If this is messy, moving on. I'll be moving on to the next one. Right, so this is just something that you see visually very, very quickly. See visually, yeah, can't really see any other way. But you see it very, very quickly, and you can say yes or no. Like, I don't think I can sell bows. I don't know. I haven't checked it for a while. But you can see quickly, you know, if we could buy it at this price and we could sell it at this price, we can see our profit potential, our margin, ROI, sales per month, all in the glance before we need to go to potentially on the Amazon page. If we click here, it will take us to the Amazon page. If we click here, Profit Go, it will take us to Profit Go. You can do this in your phone as well, everybody, right? So you can do this literally from your phone. Now, I think I'm just very small in the corner of your screen, maybe, but you can go on Profit Go. Sorry, you can go in the Discord. You create your own Discord, and I'm going to show you right now how to do this. Right, you've got your own Discord there, so you can go in any of your bots, alerts, and then you can see it there. Right, so you can check Profit Go. Yeah, a lot of the time I'll buy from my phone. Right, if I'm not on my computer, I'll make a decision. If it's very good, I'm going to take it because the best ones disappear. Does that make sense, everyone? Right here, you can track the purchase, which we'll go over in a bit. You can blacklist the product, favorite product. Yeah. Just check your questions. So the sell price is an average price and not the price now. You can change that. Yeah. So if we go back here, so if you're looking on here, you can change this to the last hour. Yeah. But if we change this here, we can change 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. If we're looking on here, because you can do all your analysis here as well, or you can do it from just Discord, or you can do it from, you know, your phone and Discord as well. So is there a feature like this for retailers? Yes, I'm going to show you that next. This is the next thing I'm going to show you. So Reese. So yeah, so you've got all of this. I'm going to show you the rest of this in a second, and then we'll come back here. You've also got spy search here, by the way, everyone. Yeah, so all those spy search that we added, all of those all of those sellers that we added, this is going to ping when a product is coming up profitable for you, and it will only ping you when the product is available in Supplier at your parameters. Yeah. So, oh, Alex is here. Okay, cool. Thanks, Alex. Yes, it will only ping you when it's available at your in a Supplier and it fits your parameters. So you cut out the 10,000 pings a day and you just get the ones that are highly likely to be, you know, interesting for you. Does that make sense, everyone? Give me a thumbs up if that does. So I can see very quickly. This is a spy search. And yeah, Reese, let's answer your question. If I miss your questions, guys, I'm not being rude. I'm just trying to focus on this. But we can ask more questions, get them answered at the end. Yeah. So we're going to DealWatch. Yeah. So who likes that in the A2A? Give me a thumbs up if you like that. The potential to create your own Discord. Actually, let me just show you. Sorry for jumping back, but how to create a Discord. When Lucas said to me, right, because I got on a call with him, he was like talking about this. You've got this new feature coming out, and you create your own Discord. And I was like, I'm not a developer. I don't know how to do this. I don't understand. My brain just froze up. And he's like, no, I'll do it. You do this. You come here, create my own. You come here for me and my friends. You name it, and you click create, and that's your server created. And then once you've done that, when you first come into ProfitPath, there should be a banner at the top here, and you can literally click on that banner, and it's literally like this: add or connect Discord server. You click on that, 2 more buttons, I believe it is, 2 or 3, and you've connected your server. Right? Easy, right, guys? I'm sure we can all do that. I can do it. 45-year-old guy, not techie at all. So I'm sure you guys can do it. That makes sense. Yeah, you can literally do it in a few minutes, even if you've never done it before. It's, yeah, insane, crazy, whatever you want to call it, in a good way. So getting back to Reese's comment, can you do this for stores like A2A? Yes, but one level above A2A. Now here, as you can see, depending on your subscription, we've got 48,000 alerts available. So that is 48,000 ASINs that we can add to this, right? We can add 48,000 ASINs that we can add in here. Now, why would we want to add an ASIN over just A2A? Well, what I did immediately is literally took all of the data from Seller Toolkit, all of the sales from the history on Seller Toolkit, which is, for us, goes back to September 2021. Yeah, that's as far as it goes back. Got to remember, when I started, there was no software, right? There was Keeper, which was completely free, everything for free, and the Amazon Seller app. That was my software stack. And I just wanted to get anything under 100K rank, and I could sell it for 3 times more. That was it. Let's go. Yeah, now we're a lot more sophisticated. So 48,000 alerts. So what do we do if we want to add an alert in here? You click on here. This will ping up a load of alerts, which is just on the new ones. And I've had my team, obviously, you know, on this all day. So if we add an ASIN here, we can come and add all of the products that we've ever sold before, profitable, not profitable, doesn't really matter in my opinion. You want to, capitalize as much on this opportunity, because add all those products in there. What is this going to do for you? This is going to reverse search for you all of those products you've ever sold. Every day, 24/7, you wake up in the morning, you check your phone, and you've got some products there that are pinged through that you've already sold. And it's pinging you when it's profitable, based on your parameters, and when it's available. Who likes that? Like, if you're not going to give me a thumbs up on that one, I don't know what we're doing here, because you can take a whole list. Now, like, for example, what you could do, if you haven't got a list, you can just go on the starter pack, and the team will just select you all of these 8K store alerts. And to answer your question, Reese, you can do this on A2A, but you can do this for stores as well. On your whatever country you're selling or buying. So if you've got no ASINs, you're brand new, you can just do the starter pack, and then you can add more. If you want to go to, for example, like keep a product finder and put some parameters in, I just literally put a few filters in earlier. Out of stock. This is one, I like this one, because we can do out of stock, on Amazon, new sellers. Now, I am not like a keeper product finder genius by any stretch. I know some people who are, and they love it, and they're amazing, and their brain works a bit differently to mine. Mine works simple. If I can do it in 3 steps, I'm not going to bloody do it in 10, right? I'm not saying this is 10 steps, but some can get intense because there's a lot here. But I like simplicity, right? And my way makes money, their way makes money. That's what I said. If a guru is telling you, right, you got to do it this way, do this. Yeah, that's not for me. But I've just put some filters. Out of stock, this price, look, from 15. I've just put a brand in here, Playmobil. And I don't think I put any other settings in here. That was it. Right, so I'm looking for Playmobil that is out of stock in UK, and I just searched these. I just run a search. It's just going to give me 299, a list of 299. I've already done it here, so we're not waiting. And then what we're going to do is give us 299, so we make our list more than that, and then we export. Right, we take that list, which I've got on an Excel just over here. Did this earlier. Here's one I prepared earlier, and we can paste this into, where are we? Let's get rid of that, and let's get rid of that. Oh, here it is. So we can paste this list in. Sorry, guys. We can get that list and we can paste it into here, for example. Okay. And actually, the one at the top. So we can then click on next. Right, so now what am I doing? I'm looking for out of stock products on Amazon, for this particular brand. I'm not going to do it on Lego because there's like 50,000 that will show up. And we could look on the store alerts, right? So we could look for this product that's out of stock on Amazon UK, but is available in the suppliers stores, not in store, but online in stores, Potentially, what we could also do is add A2A alerts as well. Now, that doesn't make sense, right? Because we might be, it's out of stock on Amazon, but what if we're looking to buy in other markets? So that's an opportunity as well. So we could buy A2A Spain, sell, because it's out of stock in the UK. So we could sell it on the UK. Does that make sense so far? Who's with me so far? I'm just going to click this off to show you the process. So this is an opportunity. So we'll do some tests like this, and you can search it, and then this uses up 299, but you could test it, and if it doesn't bring anything in the next week, get rid of it, change it, try something else. And we've got a test in this business, and so we just call it a name. We can call it Playmobil. We just do that, Playmobil 1, for example, and we create a group right here. So once we create that, That's then going to ping through here. Let's go up to here, and it should come through on our DealWatch stores. And we're live. Let's see if it actually works for us, or if I've done something. Let's see if I've done something wrong. There we go. PM1, right? So that's going to now ping through here. So obviously it's going to take a bit, yeah, to start scraping and start to find any of those products. It's only 300 or 299 ASINs. So that's going to start coming through here now. Anything that fits our filters, it will show in there. So we've got all of these different searches, you know, all store alerts here. It's going to show you, again, same thing, the layout's the same. If we see a product that we've sold before that we can buy in one supplier, this one's Amazon Spain, potentially sell it on Italy. Does that make sense, everybody? Yeah, so far so good. Some of my team, right, me personally, I like Discord, yeah, because I can do it here, I can do it mobile when I'm on the road, but some of my team will love to do it here because you've got more filters here, right? You can just very easily select what happened in the last hour. Yeah, it is insane, Reese, and like I talk to people about it and I start smiling. And like, why are you smiling? I'm like, this is like the things that dreams were made of last year. No joke. And I was looking to spend a ton of money. Like I was tallying it up and thinking, right, I need a developer to create a bot, right, for our business, create our own Discord. And yeah, I was looking to spend a ton of money. I mean, it was looking like $3,000 minimum plus maintenance and stuff like that. And I'm like, and then Luca showed me this and I'm like, you joking? This is like insane. Just to have your own Discord just for you and your team, if you've got one, is next level, like seriously next level. So hopefully that makes sense. We're gonna have to move forward because we're an hour and a half in. I know some people have been dropping off, but I want to make sure you've got this opportunity. So let me just ping this up because some of you may need to go. And I want to make sure if you want to get involved in this, if you use my link, if you haven't used ProfitPath before, right, and you're brand new and you want to try this out, you can get 28-day free trial. You double your free trial, right? And you get 50% off your first month. Use this code, yeah. Angela can just post that in the chat as well. Ricky, PP50, capitals, yeah. You will get this 50% off your first month as well, all right? So I just wanted to put that out there in case any of you need to jump off. It doubles your free trial because it's normally a 14-day free trial. If you only want to get on Profit Go, now I don't know actually, I didn't check with Luca. I don't know if this works on Profit Go. I don't think it does on its own, but you can have Profit Go on its own, right? This is the pricing if you want to know about the pricing. Now, again, you've got to think, like some people look at the pricing and go, oh, it's too expensive. What's expensive? Like if for me it's an asset, like I said, and there's no BS, right? This puts so much money in our pocket. Let me just like, you know, again, I can just show you this SDK. Okay, it's updated. So, you know, this is what we are using. Like, this is what we're using. This is, we just actually, look, I've got to show you this because it's a little win for me, right? We just passed 1 million in revenue this year. That is like a big win because that was only a pipe dream, you know, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, to do it in a year. And we've done it in, you know, beginning of August, and we've got the best months to come, right? We've got some seriously crazy months to come. So, yeah, I just wanted to show you that because this is what we do. So if something puts, you know, 20 grand profit in my pocket a month, it's a no-brainer. The price is a no-brainer. You know, we're on this. We've got some other team members. If you've got more team members, more VAs, they can add more. Just contact Alex or Luca or the team, and they can sort something out for you. Yeah. So if you're just in the UK and you want to get on here, you can jump on the starter. Right. This is for the whole stack. Now, if you are just on manual sourcing, this is way cheaper than SellerAmp SaaS, and it gives you more. Right now, I'm not knocking SellerAmp SaaS. I know Al, right? I speak to Al, but this is better, and I'm going to go with what's better for me and my business. That's it, simple. So you can jump on this if you just want Profit Go, and you'll get 28 days if you use my link. Can you just post our link in there, please, Angela? Just post the link. Obviously, I'll get a commission if you do use this, but it's not going to cost you anymore. And you'll get 28-day free trial. Standard, you get 10% off your first month. So yeah, if you're just in the UK, it'll be this one. If you're in EU as well, you'll want this one, give you the EU data. Or if you buy in the EU, again, like you can make so much money. One deal, 10 units, you know, potentially, and you're in the money. So we've got this one here. If you're just in wholesale, this is brand new, right? You can just have the wholesale package. But yeah, okay, good. So let's jump back into it because there's more, guys. There's more. Like that's what this was 6 months ago, but there's more now. And this, like, I mean, the team, like, they love the sourcing. I really love this ProfitDesk. Angela, can you get our link in here as well, please? Yeah, not just the code, but the link. Awesome. So I love the sourcing, but I love this next part. Right now, in a bit, let's do, Angela, can we also, anyone who wants to be on the next wheel, the next spinny wheel for 2 months, chance to win 2 months of ProfitPath. After Angela's pasted in this link, then yeah, get your names in the hat, and Angela can start collecting those. Yeah. So let's move on to ProfitDesk, because this, if you are thinking about potentially getting a VA right now, maybe you won't need to once you see this. Yeah, because this is going to take, this has saved us 50 hours a week. No joke. That's an underestimate. Obviously, we've got a decent team. Oh, no, not all of those, Angela. Sorry. Yeah, take all those out. I just want the ProfitPath and the Profit Go, please. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks, Angela. I should have been more specific. Yeah. My fault. So ProfitDesk, what's it about? This is what we do now. Before, we used to place the orders. We used to then have to add that to our prep center. Now, most of our prep centers have got portal, prep business. And we used to have to add it manually. We used to have to track manually, make sure the order actually got to the prep center, make sure it got to Amazon, all manual. Yeah. So now I'll tell you what we do. Every day we come in here to orders, and this is brand new, guys. It's in beta still. So we come here, let's go. And we can track an order like this, right? We could come here, we could track an order. If you just placed an order, you ordered some products, let's just paste in that ACE in here, for example. Let's say we did buy this product. We can paste it in here. It's going to search it automatically. Then we can paste in, okay, it's got a purchase date, the warehouse that it's going to, yeah, whatever country you're sending it to your prep center. What I suggest to you is to have a prep center with prep business, yeah, because then you can automate this. If you're in the UK, you haven't got a prep center with prep business, message me, DM me. I will share with you my prep center. You can get your first 50 units prep for free as well. Amazing, really, really great. So then you add the sheet that you found it on. Yeah. So for me, we have the team members. We mark them all as VA1, VA2. I don't call them VAs; they're my team. But we mark the sourcing people as VA1, VA2, VA3, etc. Yeah. So then it can be identified. Then it can be split. I can find out who actually made the most money, who has got too much old stock. I can see all of their products and their history. We've been doing this for like 4 years. Before that, we were all making money, happy days, but I couldn't see who was my best performer. Right now, I know my best performer last year made me 63,000 euros in profit, right? Just by tracking VA2, she is. Her partner is the second best performer. He made 54K profit last year, right? So that's what we want to do, track, so we can reward the best performers. And I can talk about VAs because there's another addition here, which you can track your team if you've got one. So we'll add the strategy here. You've got all your buy URL. You can add the order number. You probably haven't got the invoice yet. and you probably haven't got the tracking number yet. But then we can track the order, right? So now what's going to happen is, if we've got in our settings, you can add that the listing will be created automatically just in your settings, right? We go into settings, we can add that. I don't think I'm going to show anything sensitive. I don't think I will actually. We should go here. I'll show you in a second. We'll go to settings and we can add to automatically list these products. So now what's going to happen, if we've got a prep center, just doing that will list the product in the marketplaces that we sell in, multiple markets if you've got, like us. It will add that product to your prep center, and you can see it tracks it to Amazon, right? If it arrives in Amazon and there's something missing, it's going to highlight any reconciliation, which I'm going to, like any products that are missing, I'm going to show you that now. So does that sound interesting to anyone in terms of automation? Thumbs up if it sounds interesting. Automation, like automation as much as possible. I've shown you some sourcing, manual sourcing, other methods. I've shown you to automate that sourcing as well. Now I'm showing you automating your admin. So this goes one more level. Who again does A2A? Give me the thumbs up if you're A2A guys, because you're going to love this. Let me just go to settings. Let's go to listing automation, right? If we click this on, this will automatically list our products now for us. Yeah. But there's another level. If you've got A2A, you can connect your Amazon buying account to this, right? By the way, if you want to reuse your old SKUs, I know some of you create a new SKU every batch. We reuse SKUs, so you can reuse your old SKUs. If it's still in your inventory, you will add it. It will just won't create another SKU. But if you've got A2A and you want to, here, so if you want to automate, so you won't even need to add your order in here. This is what you do. We haven't got this turned on. We tested it. Unfortunately, it created some duplicates. Like I said, we need to test one market, small market. But because we actually, the way we do things, we've already got our systems, right? We've been doing this a long time. So we need to adapt slowly. But you can click this on and you can add your buying account to this. So you save that. And when you purchase on your Amazon UK buying account, for example, it will automatically do this for you. If you've got your automatic listings turned on, it will create the listing. It will add it to your prep center. If you're using Prep Business, it will track it, add the tracking numbers for you as well, right? All the way through to Amazon. Who likes the sound of that? Thumbs up, guys, if you like the sound of that. Sound good? Yeah? Awesome. Okay, this is going to be the cutoff for the names. If your name's not in the hat, okay, you won't be on the spinning wheel. So if you can get that ready for us, Angela, and we'll do that in a moment. Will it also upload the invoice to, will it also upload, that's interesting actually, I don't know that one. Alex, I don't know if you can answer that. Okay, Angela's giving you a last chance, your Wheel of Fortune, 2 minutes. Okay, there you go. You've been told, guys and girls. So that would be a good question to answer, Alex. I don't know the answer to that. Like I said, if I don't know the answer, I'm not going to bullshit you. That's not me. I don't know everything. I don't pretend to. But just the fact of adding all through that process is insane. Like that is next level stuff, sci-fi stuff for me. Like starting so long ago. So where were we? We added the orders. Now we don't do one order by one order, right? What we do is we do a bulk upload. So what we'll do is we generally come here, we come to imports, export, and we will then, so you can import, export to STK, all of these. We don't do these at the moment, guys, so I'm not going to pretend that I know. We do use STK, but we don't export to STK. What we do is, where's our import? Here it is. We import, so we'll manage the imports here. We'll create, we've got the file, and we literally, everything we purchased yesterday, we bulk upload into the system, right? How do we do invoices here? I don't know if we do. I don't think we can do invoices here, okay. So we'll bulk on every order from yesterday in bulk, so we've got it on our order sheet, which is an Excel. Sorry, a Google sheet. and we will bulk upload everything from yesterday. Now that goes into the system, and it then creates the listings if we haven't already got the listing created, and then it automates going through to our prep centers. The only one that's not automated is Spain. That's why in our dashboard you didn't see all of our orders go through. It was just a bit more than half went through in the system so far, but we will be changing our prep center to someone who's using Prep Business, so we can automate that process as well. Does that make sense so far? I want to show you this because I love this, customer returns. So also what you're going to see when it comes through to Amazon, you're going to see in here, so you don't need to go to Seller Central. Like Alex and the team, if you can make it so we don't need to bloody go into Seller Central ever, like that would be, for me, that is, Seller Central is a pain in the butt, right? It's a pain in the butt, always. It always has been, always will be. But here it's going to highlight if you've got any issues. It's going to highlight where your products are shipped, delivered, yeah? So if you've got any shipments that are in draft, they've been created, but they're not done yet. So you're going to track everything here. Obviously, it's going to highlight anything, any issues here. And if you have got a problem here, you can come and click on open discrepancy, open a case. Yeah, you can come and open a case here. And yeah, okay, shouldn't have done that because I just showed you a few things there. So it's going to open that case for you and it's going to highlight all the issues, right? And you could literally just check that, send it. It will take you to Amazon Seller Central and you finish that off. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's good. Very good. Now, if you've got any reimbursements, it's going to highlight your reimbursements here. Yeah. So you can click on here to go and see if you can claim any more money from Amazon. And all of your reimbursements here is going to show you what's done, if it's received, under review, completed. You can mark these off. Once you've confirmed you've got this money, then you can click complete. Yeah, this is good. I like it. But what I'm just going to show you now is, in my opinion, great. Right? So we were getting way behind in our dev pile. Who's got a dev pile here? Thumbs up. Yeah, dev piles. You've got a load of products that you're not dealing with. Let me know. Yeah. Let's be honest, right? We're all friends here. We all probably have. We were getting way behind, way behind, right? But now what we're doing is we're doing this. All of our customer returns show up here, right? When the product arrives, so we create the removal orders. When the product arrives, we'll mark, and it's all good, we mark it as complete. Yeah, if the product arrived and it had all the pieces, etc. If it was new, whatever, we can sell it again new, right? We mark it as complete. If it wasn't, if the product come back and there was an issue, we can add notes here. Yeah, add notes of any issues. We can see if what the customer said about the product. But let's say they sent this product back and it was 10 pieces. Now they sent back 1, right? So we can then open a case from here. Again, I'm not going to click on that again, but you can open up a case. Actually, I think I can do that. Try not to show you everything. All right. Let me just go on one of these others. There's a few bits that weren't quite blurred there, Alex, which maybe we need to blur. We need to blur. So yeah, let's go to something older. All right, I'm not going to do it, guys, because I'm going to show you everything I've got in here. It shows the ASIN, etc., etc. So we may have these products now, we may not, because they're custom returns. So we may have sold them a while back. So you can open a case if you've got any issues, yeah, which is great. Now this is what I want to show you, which is really cool. If you get this product back, what we want to do, ideally, in an ideal world, we get the product back, we check it in, we mark it as complete, and if it's got all the pieces, we want to try and sell it as fast as possible. Who agrees? Right? Ready to spin? Who wants to spin, guys? Give me a W in the chat. You ready to spin? Spin the wheel. Really? Let's go. Okay, Angela, let's go. Let's get this wheel on. Let's get this wheel on. I'm going to stop sharing. You can share, Angela. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. We need to get some music when we're doing the wheel next time, Angela. Yeah, if we do this again, right, we'll get some music. Wow, we've got more names. Okay, right. Are we ready to go? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, Angela, let's spin. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Oh, Francis G. Woohoo! Let's go. Amazing. Congratulations. Are you here, Francis? Just give us your name in there. Just say hi. There you go. Okay, so make sure you get Angela your email, and she can make sure you're going to get 2 months of ProfitPath for free. So awesome. Right, let's finish this up, guys, and we get into your questions. So the really cool thing is you can create a listing straight from here. Like us, if we can help it, we just want to sell everything straight back on Amazon. I don't want to bother with eBay. I don't want to bother with another marketplace. If I can just sell it straight back on Amazon, it's easy, right? Because we've already sold it new. Now we've got a used product. If we can sell it used, we can click here, create listing. And this is going to give you, I know it's showing you the ace in there, but we probably don't have this anyway. It's going to give you return the LPN, right? Which is another thing I'll show you. You can scan the LPN, you can scan the barcode, you can scan your FNSKU. They'll all show up here when you're filtering a product. It arrives, you scan it and check it in. So here, FBA is going to give us this SKU, right? So then we can track the returns, because you want to separate all of the used products, right, from your new products. You don't want that to muddy the waters in terms of your data, right? Because you're probably not going to make a profit on this, right? But is selling used products about profit? In my opinion, no. It's about clawing back money, because if you haven't done your customer returns in the last 6 months, if you haven't dealt with them, you've literally got, you know, whatever level you're at, it's hundreds or thousands or potentially tens of thousands, right? Depending on what level you're at. If you haven't done it for 6 months, you've got to do this as soon as possible. Now we've got a way to do this. We don't need to go to Amazon Seller Central to do this. We come here, we select, okay, this one, maybe we can only sell it as new. Okay, bad choice, Ricky. It's because I can't see the products. Let's go on something else. Let's go on this one. This one? Okay, let's go with this. So if it can only be sold as new, obviously there's nothing we can do, right? We can't sell it as used. So that one, maybe either use it if it's a beauty product, or ditch it. So it's going to give us this to be able to filter out the products from new. So let's say we're going to list it as used, very good. Always downgrade, in my opinion. Downgrade your listings. If you think it's like new, do it as very good. Then we click on here, create new listing. Yes, we've got our SKU here. We don't want to put it on the original SKU. Then we can click here, condition note. We've got like a copy paste condition note that we add, but you can add snippets here. Original packaging missing. Yeah, I always add a condition note, and we always add photos. Yeah, so just take like 2 or 3 photos, up to 6, and add the photos showing the damage of the product. The reason is you get less returns, right? Customers expect the world on Amazon. So we can add the photos. Now, if you're selling in multiple markets, this is the beauty. This will translate and it will list in all the markets for you. Yeah, so we can add the price in all the markets. Once we've done all of that, then we can then create the listing for us, 7 marketplaces. Does that sound cool? It comes in, the product comes in. Yeah, you come up here, you scan the product. If you've got a scanner, you should. You scan it, it will come up any of these, it will show even the case number. You scan that, and then you've got the product. You check it off, you make sure it's got all the pieces. If it hasn't got the pieces, we claim it. If it's missing pieces, we claim. If it is a switcheroo, we claim. I got another box of like nuts and bolts and plumbing supplies the other day, all sorts of rubbish really, in a box. There should have been a Playmobil. Claimed it, right? So we need to get as much back as possible. We used to get selling price minus fees 2 years ago. Then we got the cost price. Now we get Amazon's estimated cost price, right? So we need to update our sourcing costs in Amazon, but if they think it's too much, they just deny. So we need to get every penny back. What if it's clearly used or damaged? No. The success, Clive, that we've had is switcheroo, which means they've changed the product completely, or they've sent you back something else. Or if the product is missing pieces. These ones, for us, 100% success rate. If it's missing the packaging, we've tested claiming it, 30% success rate. What was the other one? I can't remember what the other one was. We tested something else as well. It just wasn't worth the time. Yeah. So, you know, now I'm not telling you, like, obviously you should be totally honest in your business, always, every day, 100%. If you choose to expand on that a little bit, you know, that's up to you, but don't push it. You probably know what I mean by that. So, okay, that's that. Does that sound cool to everyone? Now, my son is actually doing these custom returns like this, and he's freaking loving it. So he's earning some money in the summer because he's off school. Easy peasy, so simple, and we're getting through the custom returns like no one's business. Does that sound good? What have we missed? So purchase analytics, and then we'll go on to sheets, and then we'll briefly touch on the VAs. So here you can go into analytics. Some of these are obviously stores are blurred out, but you can see, look, we are a lot in toys and games, guys. Still, all these years in, it's not that we want to sell toys. It's just that it's so easy for us, right, to do, right? So we love other categories, but we're in toys and games. Now, is that going to be a problem with all these toys and games? Food and product safety? Okay, maybe, but we deal with it. So there's been like loads of times in the past, new compliance come in, and I'm like, oh my God, how are we going to do it? We can't deal with this. I don't know what to do. Stressing, not sleeping. Now it's just like, okay, we deal with it. Yeah. Profit tracker, when? Profit tracker, when? That's a good idea. Yeah. When's the profit tracker? So you've got your dashboard, which is going to show you some of the analytics. But yeah, that's a good one for Alex. When you say we all need it, are you agreeing with GD? Is that what you're agreeing with, Atmos? So you got a purchase volume, average total profit here. Yeah, you can see all of that here. The margins here as well on these products. And yeah, unit prices, everything here. Yes, you got all of this here, right? So is this what you're talking about? Yeah, or do you want it on the dashboard? Is that what you're saying? On your initial dashboard? Because you've got all your stats here. Yeah, your warehouses, where your products are, sheets, yeah, which is going to be attached to your VAs. What did you mean, GD? Expand on that for me. Daily profit, weekly. Okay, like on seller border, seller toolkit. Okay, yeah. So Alex, team, let's. You want to PO inside PP? Yes. I'm not going to say no to that. So Alex, we're calling on you, my friend. That's what we want. It's been said on this tonight. Right, top stores and everything else. Okay, good. So that's giving you some stats there. Great. Now let's get into sheets. Who here has got their Google Sheets and uses Google Sheets? You should all. Luca's responsible for that one. Okay, no worries. Luca, I don't know if Luca's here. I haven't seen him say hello. Someone said he was. So we're just about out of time, right? We can go over if we want to, but I know it's getting late. So here, if you've got, oh, is okay, Admos. Okay, that is you, Luca. Okay, got it. Okay. So I was looking for the name Luca. And if you're using Google Sheets, which you should be, right, then this is the evolution of that. So on a Google Sheet, it's amazing. We add to a Google Sheet for a team member. Then we'll add that to our order sheet, which is another Google Sheet. Then you may get sort of swamped in Google Sheets, right? And if you're doing all your manual tracking, it's a freaking nightmare. Well, now you've got a way to track things automatically. And with this is the evolution of Google Sheets, right? It's called Sheets. You can add products to here. And this is going to give you what we're doing now. We've only started using this honestly, really this week, tested it last week. What we're doing from now on is we're adding it to our sheet and to our Google Sheet. Now you can create a sheet in here, and you create a new sheet here. Hopefully, I'm not going to show. You can add your sheet here. Now, what I want to say to Luca and Alex as well. We want the ability to be able to adjust our sheets, right, the columns. Now, when you're creating the Google Sheets, you can do that, but here we can't. So currently what we're doing, this is me, guys. I'll tell you what I love, what I don't love. And this is something that's just come up as I've thought of it. We were just checking this today. So we would like the ability to move these around. I know we can turn them off, but we like to have a certain order just because we are stuck in our ways. We've been doing it for a while. It takes a while to adapt and change. So you can create your own sheet and create your own Google Sheet. If you haven't got one already, Google Sheet, and you're not stuck in your ways like me, then you can do that. And you've got the two sheets linked together. So let's, for example, so I did a test earlier, but I just did this to show you because I didn't know if we were going to blur this all. We can. So Adam's saying adding listings is taking me a long time currently with dangerous goods and battery details, seemingly growing week by week. Does this reduce the number of listings that can be uploaded in bulk via PP? Okay, that's a great question. So can you answer that one, Alex or Luca? That'd be good. So in Sheets, this is giving you a way to have an active live sheet if you want to. Let's say you added all of your products here that you've ever bought before. Amazing. On your Google Sheet, it's static. All you can really do with that is take the ASINs and do reverse searches, right? Something like that. But with this, you've got a chance to see the live data of all the products. Let's say you added, 100 products here that you bought. So you could come back here and you could then filter here all of your products that you bought in the past and do all your filters or your presets. And then you can search these products to see where you could buy these products, right? You've got a reverse search built in as well. So this is, like I said, we've only just started using this. But over time, this is going to be a game changer because you can just see everything here. You can see all of your stats here. You've got your charts. You've got everything here. Awesome. Thanks for adding that, Angela. Yeah, let's just add in our ProfitPath link as well and the ProfitPath code as well, please, Angela. That would be good. ProfitPath and ProfitGo. We'll get that in there. So who likes the idea of this? To be able to see your Google Sheet live and active, and then take, filter that out and find those products where they're available right now, especially if you're doing A to A flips. Awesome. Good. Okay, good. So last thing I want to add, if you've got a team, we can basically track the team now, right? So if you've got a VA, you can track their sessions. But I can just add a session for me, and I can show what I'm working on. So I'm working on sourcing. Yeah, I can just add that there, and I could add in to start the session, and it will start tracking the time. So this is brand new. So if you have got a VA, you may want to start tracking them here. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. We can go over this on the training sessions because we're just hitting 2 hours. But when you're tracking your team, you can check them all here. Okay, that's all blurred. Nice. So let's say you wanted to check. This is my son, actually. I haven't set him up. But you can assign a sheet to them if they're sourcing. You can assign their pay and their goals. You can assign tasks to them. I've done a whole video on this actually on YouTube. If you check out Ricky Martin FBA, you can catch that video. You can add the tasks here. It's very, very good. Like I said, we're setting our ways a bit because we've been doing things for so long. Now, this is great because you can do it all in one. It's all inside here. You can even do this from here. Yeah. So you can start the session here. Your team can start the session as well. And they can stop the session. One thing actually, Luca, Alex, if you log off, if one of the team members logs off, it carries on counting. So maybe you want to make it in a way that when you log off, it actually stops. So that's just one thing I got told today. YouTube link doesn't work. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can fix that, Angela. Maybe we're missing something. So yeah, that is the time tracker as well. Again, I'm not going to go into it a ton, but if you've got any questions, just ask them here. We can get those answered. And your team can also talk to you back, right, as well through this, all through the same platform, which is really cool. So who likes that? Yeah, I know it's been a couple of hours. Those of you that stuck around, amazing, well done. If you've got any questions, definitely get them in now. We can even get you on the mic if you want. If I've missed your question, which I probably have, then make sure that you get that question answered again. And yeah, this is the offer that you guys are getting. Like, this offer doesn't happen, 50% off your first month. You'll double your trial as well, 28 days free as well. If you haven't used this software before, you'll get the free trial. If you've used the software before, you won't get the free trial. But if you've used it a while back, you'll still get a 50% off if you use this code, this product code, this coupon code. You'll still get a free trial. Don't think about canceling your subscription today, though, and trying to trick the system. Okay, it's not going to work. Yeah, don't cancel today and try and add this code. It's not going to work. If you're already using ProfitPath, you know the potential. So don't worry about faffing around with that. It's not a max of 2 okay, Alex is saying, Luke is saying, yeah, it's not a max of 2 VAs. Sorry, the chat is going so fast now. You can add more. Just contact the team. Yeah. Awesome. Who's got any questions? Let's get these questions in here. AK, you're asking how to resolve dangerous goods. How to resolve dangerous goods. What do you mean by that? Expand on that. You can sell dangerous goods as long as you've registered to sell dangerous goods. You can do that. So yeah, you just need to send it separately, and you won't send it through Amazon's partner carrier. Does it help with ungating in any way? So with ProfitGo, you can see whether you're ungated or not, and you can go through that way. Yeah. How would you like to be helped, Lara Lou? How would you like to be helped with ungating? Yeah, okay, awesome. Thanks, Luca. We're also building an auto ungate checker. Nice. No worries. So yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing and come back to you guys. If you want to come on the mic, then do. You can answer your questions now. AK saying, when creating shipping not allowed to the warehouse? Okay, sometimes there's just no way of shipping a product into Amazon. I mean, what we do, yeah, if we've got a product that is dangerous goods, we will test creating the listing and even see if we can ship it in. If we're worried about a brand we haven't sold before, product we haven't sold before, you can actually go through that process. But I would say definitely at the beginning, test listing products anyway. Ideally not needing to go through Seller Central to ungate. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that is definitely something that, yeah, it would be amazing if the team can get it done. I'm sure they will. Now they've got that input. So that would be really good. Awesome, awesome. Any other questions, guys, that I missed? I'm sure I missed a few. But I hope you enjoyed the session. I enjoyed it. It's definitely definitely the difference maker in 2026. And they're still expanding on this.
Test. Okay.
Luca, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. A really, really nice session. Thank you guys for all attending. It was amazing.
Great, awesome. And let's see what else, other questions we've got. Does anyone want to come on the mic? Session was amazing, awesome. This offer, guys, is going to last 48 hours. So jump on it.
Yeah,
jump on it.
Make sure to go to grab the product, whatever you want. We even launched like a wholesale plan. So for everyone who's just doing wholesale, you guys can basically just sign up for that. That's also like completely fine, because we kind of realized that we also have a lot of wholesale people in ProfitPath who just want wholesale and ProfitGo, which is also like existing.
Yeah, that was brand new, right? Today, I think.
Yeah, we just launched it like yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. And let's get these other questions. So when will the next call be? Will this be recorded? Yeah, it has been recorded. So if you're on this call, you'll get the recording. Yeah, if you register for this, you'll get the recording. sent out to you. Look at that link. And the next call is going to be next Wednesday. Yeah, so next Wednesday, we're going to do it same time. So you can, if you're in the Discord, which you should be, in the AMZ Unleashed Discord, you'll get some notifications there as well about next week, and you'll get an email. Yeah, we'll do it every Wednesday for the next 3 weeks, because now you've seen this, I want to make sure you are using it, right, to its maximum. Because often, a lot of the time, I've done it before, I'm guilty. You get something for free, you don't value it, right? This is an insane piece of kit, but you got to use it. Yeah, I can't make the money for you. And my goal for all of you would be to do this 28-day free trial. We get you using it, you can make enough money to pay for your next month. That's my goal, because then you're in the money, right? And you keep going, you keep expanding. Steve, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Awesome, awesome. What else we got? Sorry, missed a lot, but it was great. It is recorded. Yep, we'll get that out to you through the email you registered. Where do you find VAs and how do you train them? Yeah, so VAs, I've always done it the same way. I've always used online jobs. So we use online jobs, and I've got a whole system on this, right? I've got a whole playbook. So if you're interested in that, DM me and I'll ping you a discount code for like 75% off. There's a whole playbook on this, but I hire from online jobs. I've got a whole system because I've been hiring VAs for, wow, 5.5 years now. So I've got a whole system on this. I'll hire from online jobs, post a job there, and we can filter through really quickly the way we do things, filter out all of the weak people and the spam people. And then we've got hiring, we've got the SOPs all in this system, and we train the people ourselves. The beauty is once you've trained someone, you have to do the job. And I always suggest get a VA who's going to do your admin first, right? First, use ProfitDesk. Then get an admin to do the rest of the VA for you, the rest of the admin for you. Yeah. And the reason is you can pay someone, let's be honest, like, you know, $250, £3 an hour, euros an hour in the Philippines, and they could do the job for you, right? For doing admin, basic admin. You need to train them probably, but you can train someone to do the admin, right? Now, I'm not saying you should always pay that low amount, but when they start producing more value for you in the business, you should pay them more, right? You should incentivize them to do more. But get them doing the admin, because you can create a quick 5-minute video. They can do that for you. They can do that process for you. And then you can start training them up to source after, right? Once they get all your admin tasks done. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's easy to train admin, but most people, when they start sourcing, they're not very great. You need to be great at the job to show them. So later on, you start learning to source, you get better at sourcing, and then you can train them to source. And then you can hire someone else, right? And they can do the admin, but you don't have to train on everything because you've got someone who's already doing it. Does that make sense? You can keep expanding your team like that, because you want to become the owner, not the operator, right? That's the goal. You want to be the owner of your business. And that only comes with putting systems in place and hiring a team. Yeah, that's how I can be here with you. I don't need to be sourcing all day, every single day. I train people to do it. I've got my clients, so I do one-to-one coaching as well with people. So I train people to do this, and then you can expand your team, get them to do it. That's the goal. That's the freedom. SOPs are important. Again, you don't need to create SOPs first. You can hire. You can get them to create the SOP after they watch your 5-minute video. If they can create an SOP, you sign it off. They understand what they're doing. Yeah, there's all these little ways to do things. Bye. Thanks, Daniel. Thanks, everyone. Anyone else got any more questions? Again, take advantage of the offer. I'll just put it on screen again. And use that code. Use the link, and you'll get 28-day free trial and at 50% off. And Angela, can you just ping those links back in here again? That'd be good. So with the ProfitPath and the ProfitGo link in there, and that code, that'd be amazing. Good, good. There we go. Any more questions, guys? If I missed something, apologies. But is the discount okay? Maybe for the first month. Yeah, discounts for the first month. There you go. Amazing. Thanks for the session. No worries.
if you guys have any struggles with the checkout or anything else, just write in the chat so we can help you. But should work just normally, yeah.
Amazing. Okay, if there's no more questions, I'm going to leave that there. So it's been a pleasure. Hopefully you learned something, and make sure you join on the sessions. You'll get an email about the sessions next week, because then we implement, right? But on those sessions, it's for the people who've got ProfitPath and they're going to implement, right? They're going to actually do this. People who are serious about doing this, because if nothing changes, guys. Yeah, we've got to actually do the thing. Yeah, awesome.
Perfect.
Lovely. Right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Reach out to Discord if you've got any more questions. I'll see you.
Guys, cheers. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.